What's up, guys? So, excited to talk about a Marvel show that just kind of popped up recently. Um, so far, we're one episode in. In a little bit, actually, it's going to be two episodes. Moon Knight. I kind of went into this, I have no idea what it was about. It just looked very interesting. I'm actually kind of jealous. I didn't think of the idea. You know my love for history. I love ancient Egypt, and the fact that Marvel has come up with this idea to incorporate superheroes and, Egyptian gods. It was only natural. And plus, Oscar Isaac, I think, is a phenomenal actor. And from what I've seen from the trailers and episode one, I like it. I like it, really do. And not just because I'm a fan of history. I think it's just generally entertaining and probably a storyline I would come up with. Um, all right, so basically, Moon Knight is about this mild mannered gift shop clerk. He works for a museum. Who he happens to have exceptional knowledge of Egypt, and the Egyptian display. He kind of, you know, he's torn between because he's a gift shop clerk. So he's just the clerk that runs, a gift shop. He doesn't really run it. He kind of works it. And he'll kind of wander off and explain someone when this artifact came to be and where in Egypt and all that stuff. He has to be reminded that he's just a gift store clerk, kind of very below the belt there. But he clearly has a passion and understanding of ancient Egypt. Now he suffers. The character Stephen Grant, who's also I'm learning Mark Spector. Spoilers. He is like a double personality, but he has no idea. In fact, he's completely clueless. But we are introduced right away off the bat. He ties himself to the bed because he goes through these night episodes where he blacks out and wakes up like somewhere else, and usually not in a good spot. It's like he killed someone or for whatever reason. He does his best to keep himself indoors. We soon learn that he's possessed by a Egyptian god of the moon, khonshu. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Like I said, horrible with pronunciations, but I believe it's khonshu, which is the Egyptian god of the moon, among other things. A lot of the gods wore a lot of hats. I believe Thoth too is actually in charge of the moon. I don't know, I'm not sure how they relate, but anyway, khonshu is embodied and kind of takes over Stephen Grant, Mark Spector, and kind of directs him to do stuff, kind of last minute heroic stuff that Stephen Grant, who's your average Joe, which I found was pretty cool because I could relate in Stephen. I'm sure we'll learn that he's like some grandioso special agent or whatever. But I like this Stephen Grant. I like the Stephen Grant that's the average Joe. I think that's missing, kind of like a nobody, regular person that doesn't know what they're capable of, or has been kind of given this gift, whether by force or by coincidence, and now have the power to change the world somewhat. And I think that's what kind of drew me to the character. Like I said, I could be reading it all wrong, but that's what I like. It's what I'm understanding. And like I said, I only seen one episode. I'll see one again at some episode two, a few hours from now. And yeah, I like the direction. I think it's cool. It has a different feel than the other Marvel shows. Like I said, I relatively know little about it, but the way the series is heading, I like it. We got Ethan Hawke in here too, which is pretty cool. He plays Arthur Harrow, and apparently he's possessed by not a goddess, Ammit. I'm gonna say that's her name, Ammit, Ammit. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that one wrong, but from what I know, she's like a demon, pretty much, really like a chimera of mismatched animals. Not really a god or goddess per se, but just worse than like the darker gods in Egypt, you know. But yeah, so when I saw his character, I was like, well, first I was like, oh, cool, Ethan Hawke's in this too, you know. That was kind of a surprise, but you could tell his character is up to more grandiose plans, and his connection is definitely, with Khonshu somehow, some way. I mean, obviously they both share gods. Him and Arthur and Stephen have that in common, but Stephen's just, like I said, he has no idea what's going on. He was kind of thrown into this mess, so now Arthur kind of figures him out and is like, hot on his tail. In fact, it leads to a bigger picture. Arthur's like in charge of like a cult, pretty much, that worship Ammit, and yeah, I like it. I think it's cool. It's got its moments. The first episode was definitely fun, and yeah, I'm not sure if this is like a one and done. I think it might be. I don't know if they're gonna exploit any more with this character, but like I said, this is right up my alley. I'm so glad that this character came to life. I mean, obviously, he has probably a slew of comics out there that, if I can, I'll probably get a chance to check them out. Like I said, this is definitely something I would have written, but hey, look, I think it's awesome. I recommend it. If you guys don't know too much about Marvel, or maybe not so much about this character in particular, I like I said, me coming into not knowing anything about it, and enjoying it, obviously because of my passion for ancient history, but the relatable character, Stephen Grant, the villain, Arthur Harrow, and like when it comes to Khonshu, I get the feeling that I have like, it feels like anti-hero vibes, like not quite a superhero, not quite a villain either, like in between. So I'm curious to see where it grows and their connection, because Stephen Grant, like I said, clueless, really out there kind of guy, knows that he has to keep himself bound, from getting out in the world and causing havoc that he has no idea or, remembering doing. But, at the same time, the god that's possessed him is trying to get through with him, try to give him direction, pretty much. So it's pretty interesting when they go back and forth. It's like, a crazy person arguing with himself in their head. So that's kind of fun. And I don't know. Like I said, it's cool. I wasn't bored watching it. I really liked it, And like I said, relatable. It's fun. It's interesting, and it's got Marvel-ness sprinkled all throughout it. So if you like the superhero stuff, if you like seeing a new character that's based off of Egyptian gods, then this is right up your alley. Like I said, for a guy who's not really into, the deep diving of Marvel, but I appreciate for what it is, this definitely, like I said, right up my alley, and I think a lot of people could relate and enjoy, this series as it just gets off the ground pretty much, just as much as me. So, yeah, do yourself a favor. If you haven't watched it, if you're thinking about it, watch the first episode. Don't take my word for it. Judge it yourself. But like I said, I think it was fun. It's interesting, and I can't wait to see where it goes. Like I said, we're just one episode down. Another episode's coming very soon. And yeah, I guess in the meantime, I'll just read a few excerpts in the comic. Try to familiarize myself, because I even like the design. It's got like a mummy superhero kind of feel. It's the best way I can describe it. But I like it. I like how it's portrayed in live action, and I think they did a good job. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not well grounded with this character or storyline, but from what I see, I like it, and I don't have any complaints. I think it's a good choice of actor and actors throughout. So yeah, let's see where it goes. All right, guys. That's all I really got to say. Like I said, I'm excited for the series and the direction it's headed to. Let me know if you're interested too, or if you're going to pass on this one. But, I mean, come on. It's Marvel. It's entertainment, nonetheless. Yeah, let me know what you think. Well, that's all I got for you. So, until next time, guys, I will see you very, very soon. Take care, and yeah, be nice to each other. All right. I say that a lot, but I mean it. All right. Peace.